Preparing to stream. It's thinking. I think we're live.
All right. Yay. Happy Friday, everyone. It is a new week as well as a new month. So we are a weekend now into the new month? New month, new goals, new things to do, and probably some things that we didn't get to last month. But today we are coming to you with a new topic that is of great interest. This is one of the things that we get in our DMs when people are thinking about switching over to entrepreneurship, or if they're running into challenges, things of that nature. So today's topic is why getting out of your own way will bring more results in your business. And we're so excited to talk about this, to talk through the different steps in order for you to be successful in your business, and why it is so important to really just get out of your own way. Tamara, do you have any insight on your point of view about getting out of your own way? I know for me, a lot of times we think outside factors stop us from growing and being successful. But the reality of it is, if you don't believe in yourself, or if you don't have the right mindset and things of that nature, then you kind of stifle that growth.
Absolutely. Excuse me, I often find with my clients, and when people ask me questions in DMs or on post or any of the combination, that we think, oh, I just need to learn this. I need to master this technique. I need to learn this app. I need to learn this strategy. I need to learn this thing. I need to, understand administration in my business. I need to work more on this. But what it all boils down to is really getting to results, like actual results, which means revenue in your business. You have to get out of your own way. We have an easy tendency to avoid the things that we don't do well, or the things that are hard, even though we know that those are the things that we need to do to move things forward. I often have a conversation with, I have several groups, I'm very lucky, of business besties. I feel like I should get us all together. I keep saying that, but life has been so busy. I'm gonna have to do some Calendly polls. But anyway, one of my business besties, we were talking, and the idea of networking is something that they cannot stand. They are introverted, a little shy, and they hate networking. But they know that that's what they need to do to bring a more consistent flow of clients into their business. So the problem is not the things. They don't need a new coach. They don't need another business strategy. They don't need to take another course. It's the simple fact of, how do you get over the hump of getting past the thing that you need to do, but it's not necessarily in your comfort zone or your strong suit. That's why getting out of your own way will bring you way more results.
Oh, I love that. You touched on something there. When we're talking about getting out of your own way, like you said, you don't need new software. You don't need to learn anything new. You need to really just focus on what it is that you have. Sorry, I was looking up, trying to turn on Do Not Disturb, because people love cow. When I get on live, yeah. So that leads us into one of our points of time management and discipline. Time management and discipline are so hard to do collectively, together, or individually. And I think that we all have a level of time management, and we all have a level of discipline. It's just a means of how do you pull that out of the individual, right? Yeah. Like time management.
Yeah, sorry. How do you hone it to help you?
Yes. So how do you so for me, I had to learn, there's this business book that talks about eat the frog first, right? When you're getting through your day, how do you prioritize your tasks? Some people like to start with the smaller, quick tasks to get done. Some like to start with the big ones. It just depends on the individual. For me, I'm kind of like, I want to eat the frog up front. I want to do all the big stuff up front that takes the most brain power first thing in the morning. And then I can go through all of the other things as the day progresses. And so for me, that's how I had to learn with time management. Because when I start off with the lower tiered tasks and I just do the small things, I spend a few hours, procrastination creeps in. I don't know why, but it does for me. So that's something that I had to realize for myself with time management. And that's something that each person needs to find. Are you an early morning person, or are you a late night person or a night owl? What part of the day are you your most productive? And that's what you really need to lean into, because everybody isn't like 8 to 5. Some are 5 to 9, right? Some could be from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. It just depends on the individual. And then also you have to have that discipline, which a lot of us have, right? We're disciplined. I'm not gonna cuss you out. I'm disciplined to know better, right? I'm not going to eat this certain thing because I know it doesn't do well with my stomach and my digestive system. So I have discipline there, but it's so hard when it comes to ourselves with time management and discipline.
Yeah, you touched on something that I found really interesting when I've taken or read or, downloaded everything on time management, all the things, because I'm the first person to admit time management is not something that is in my list of gifts. I'm very free flowing. I'm very like, oh, just do what feels right. But that's not always the most productive. So you have to like really figure out what that means. I said that to say I took this course called Energetic Time Management. It pretty much touches on exactly how you figured out your best time management style, is that you think about, when are you the most energetic, when do you have the most energy, when do you feel the best, when, like, those things are most important when you're trying to schedule your day. So you, Lauren, as we know, you're a morning goddess. Like you radiate in the mornings. That is your time. So that's why it makes sense for you to do your hardest task, your heaviest task first thing in the morning, because you're like, boom, sun is up, let's do it. Right? And then my husband, on the other hand, he does his hardest things. He has the most energy. He feels the most creative. He feels the most honed in at night.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's having like a big project or something really creative that he's doing. He just redid his portfolio. So when he was like doing stuff like that, he stayed up all night.
Oh,
And
wow.
he was like working 10, 11, midnight, 1. And well, then, come to bed. I'm, by the way, didn't know that this was happening because I was sleeping dead to the world, because you won't catch me working in the middle of the night unless I am pressed to a deadline. But that works for him. He's not a morning person at all. He's never been a morning person. Getting him to wake up in the morning, his label on his alarm is don't be an asshole. So that he know, like, because he's that much not a morning person, y'all. That deep.
Oh my God.
So the point of energetic time management is to really understand yourself, right? To go, I'm a morning person. I'm not a morning person. When is the best time of day that you are your most productive? For me, I'm neither. Like, I like to wake up early, but I don't want to do anything too hard first thing in the morning. I like to ease into my day. So I know that for me, 10 a.m. till about noon is like my power hours. So if I have a big heavy task, or if I need to be really creative and write, or if I need to produce some content, that's my window, because I get to ease into my day, maybe do some easy things, check a couple emails, but I know whatever I need to get done, that thing needs to be done between 10 a.m. and 12.
Yes. And also understanding with time management, especially as an entrepreneur, you do not have to do the 8, 9, 10-hour days, right? For me, before I started a family, hustle culture was like an everyday thing. Like, we're going to stay up all weekend. We're going to stay up through the night. We're going to do this work. But when I started having small kids, and I'm like, this requires more energy. Like, I need to find a way to work and balance my home life as well. And that's where I realized that, blocking off my schedule, doing deep work for a few hours, 5 hours max a day, and then I'm good. I feel accomplished. I've scratched off all the things. Anything that I could not figure out or finish that day, it just moves to the next day task, because we have to understand, like, we don't have to stress about any of these things. Like, life has its own set of challenges. And that's also where your discipline comes in. So you're being clear about who you are and honest, like Tamara said. Like, she understands, she follows the flow. I do too at times. Maybe I should change that, because I get up early, but I need 2 hours of quiet time. That includes my coffee time, my meditation, reading, or any of that stuff. So being honest about who you are, who you want to be, and figuring out what that looks like. Oh, when I say the things that will move in your direction and towards your betterment, I mean, it's just endless opportunities, which brings us into our next thing that we want to talk on is, when do you know that you need that outside help, like a consultation or a coach or someone else outside of your business to help you push the needle forward? And I think when you're, go ahead.
Before you get too deep, I just want to say this thing about discipline, because I've felt like I've always struggled with discipline. What we don't realize is discipline is built. It's a muscle. And I read this book that really redefined discipline for me. It's not just, here's my list of things to do and I do the same thing every day. Every morning I get up and I do da 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 da. It's not only that, but you cannot have true discipline without purpose. Your discipline has to be tied to your purpose. Otherwise, if you don't have a why around it, you're gonna fall off. If there's no bigger reason to it, you're gonna fall off. So you have to be really clear on your purpose, and deep purpose, not just I need to make money. That's not a purpose.
Yes, deep purpose.
Yes, but like your true purpose, like what are you really trying to do in this world? What is the mark you're trying to make in your family, your community, the world, like whatever that means for you, is always remembering that everything we do has to be connected to our purpose, which is why it's so important to realign yourself with your goals and what you're doing on a daily basis. Because it already gets you into the mode of, okay, let me read my monthly goals, my weekly goals. Let me read my purpose statement. And that'll keep you focused on, okay, I know this is my purpose statement. This is really the core of who I am. Now I can move through life and be reminded like, oh yeah, that's right. This is why I'm doing this. So it makes it easier to go, I don't feel like it, but I'm gonna block this time and get this task done that I don't want to get done, because I remember, here's my purpose. This is bigger than me. That's how, another way how you get out of your own way, and using discipline for that.
Oh, that was a good setup. I love that. Knowing your purpose, knowing your why, writing it down. I say this all the time, write the vision, make it plain, because it's so many different outside factors that can cloud our vision, our judgment, our thought process. But when you have it written down, like you have something to reference back to when you forget, because you get so caught up in other things, which really is a good segue into the next point about, when do you know you need to hire that outside help? And if we jumped ahead, for anyone who doesn't know their purpose, or who is struggling to figure that out, or you think that you found it, but you think maybe you chose in the wrong direction, Tamara is a certified life coach. Keyword certified. Skilled. She has a background in sales and marketing as well. She's been doing this thing for over a decade. And so if you need help with that conversation of figuring out, like, what is my purpose, or what should I really be focusing on for my business, definitely schedule a call with her, because she could definitely help you really pinpoint that thing, because she helps me often on a regular basis when I'm like having a challenge or a roadblock and really getting out my own way. It goes back to the main topic of getting out of your own way. And sometimes having someone on the outside of things can see things that we can't see because we're so close to the goal, right?
Yes.
So when you're thinking about, okay, is it time to bring someone else in? We're clear on purpose, we're clear on our why. We have, like, if not a solid plan, an idea of a plan of what we want to do, what we want to accomplish. But we might not know the tech setup. We might not know the steps in that plan. We might not know, like, is this even feasible? Or should I be looking at it differently? These are the things that you think about before bringing someone else in. One downfall I see a lot of times with business owners is that they are so quick to bring someone else in, but they aren't even clear on exactly what it is that they need. And so then you end up wasting time and money, wasting your time, because now you can't utilize this person to the full benefit of whatever you're paying for. And you're wasting money because now you've spent the money well in advance of the idea goal being clear.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like it's two sides to the coin. Like you said, there's a people who wait who go too soon to a business coach, marketing coach, whatever. And then there's the people who wait too late. You've been sitting on this idea, you know what you want to do, you're just having a hard time implementing. Maybe you're more of a visionary than an integrator or an implementer, and so like then you're sitting too long without getting help, and you're sitting and stuck and stagnant and things aren't moving. So it's like, we don't want you to be either. We don't want you to be the person who like goes far too deep too in and spends all their money too quickly. But we don't want you to be the person who sits and waits 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 too long to get help. There is a sweet spot, and that sweet spot's different for everyone. There's no like categorical, well, these are the list of things you need, because everyone's a little bit different with their business and what they're wanting to do with it. But it's definitely important to go, what are the things that I'm lacking in right now?
Mm-hmm.
But also, what are the behaviors that are not conducive to what I need to get done?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and maybe this is just because I am a life coach, but I feel like everyone needs a coach. Everyone, no one's meant to do this stuff on their own. I almost said a curse word again. I'm trying not to. No one's meant to do this stuff on their own. They say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise an adult, a business, a happy life, a sane life. It takes a village to do all of it. So we're not saying don't get help. I think everyone should get help. What we're saying is know where you are so that the help that you get is going to be of the best benefit and value to you. Because since we're seeing all this way saturation in the coaching consulting industry, which they shouldn't even be called the same thing, we'll say coaching industry, that it's because people are going, okay, I need this, without really knowing, yes, I may need to learn these technical things. Yes, I may need to learn strategy. Yes, I may need to learn how to create amazing, beautiful content from someone like Lauren Ashley, who's amazing at putting all that stuff together. You guys, we've paid each other to plug each other. Like, this is what, no, I'm just kidding. I'm selling you right now, babe. No, no, just kidding. We really know, we see each other. We work together, so we know how good we are on our things. Yeah. But it's necessary to know, okay, if I bring in this person and this person, if I bring in a Lauren to help me with my content, but I still don't feel confident in showing up and using my authentic voice, are you utilizing Lauren to all of what you can get from her? No, because you're sitting in your own way and not like pushing through your limits of going, I don't feel like I'm pretty on camera, or I'm not confident, or I don't know what to say, or I hate the sound of my own voice. right? Like you're giving yourself, oh, yes, I need Lauren for this. But then you're not able to execute because you are stuck in your head about things, which is why I always say you need both. Like you need a coach that is more than I teach you this, I teach you business, I teach you marketing, because that's what they're supposed to do. That's what, yes, they are going to teach you business. They're going to teach you marketing, but we always have our stopping points. And maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're like, oh, I can show up online. I got the confidence. I got the skills. I'll do all that stuff. But maybe your problem is the time management, the productivity. Maybe it's the worthiness. You can create the content, but you don't put it out. You know, so it's always really understanding yourself and keeping brutally honest with yourself on what you need and what's going to make you better without saying how bad you are. Brutal honesty doesn't mean mean. I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
Brutal honesty does not mean you're talking shit to yourself. Man, I did it. Where's the swear jar? Brutal honesty doesn't mean that you're constantly going, oh, I'm never going to be good enough. I hate this. I'm so bad at this. I suck at this. Brutal honesty is saying, I'm having a hard time moving past this. What can I do to make this better? Or I'm having a hard time with this. Why am I being so hard on myself? Or this is confusing to me. So, because tech is just not my thing, y'all. And I will always be honest about that. But when I try to do something new in tech and I don't get it, of course, the first thing I say is, oh, I'm so dumb. Like, God, I'm so stupid. Everybody gets this but me. That's not helpful. That's not brutal honesty. Brutal honesty is going, this is a weak point. This has been my stopping point in the past where the tech gets to me and I don't fulfill the thing I want to do. How can I change that? How do I need help with it? Who should I ask for help?
This is good because I had a thought about roadblocks. And this is how you know now you need someone on the outside coming in. Like you're frustrated. You can't figure this thing out. It could be a tech issue, right? I think when we try to overcomplicate our tech side of business, we all become like stagnant because we're like, I can't figure this out. I'm frustrated. My head hurts. So I'm just going to put this down and I'll revisit. But the reality is we consistently put it down because it doesn't feel good, because we can't figure it out. And so now we're letting this roadblock fester and become something bigger, a more issue that now just bleeds all into all the other areas of our business. So being honest, like, listen, I don't like admin stuff. I don't like responding to emails, or maybe you don't like doing the sales process. I don't know how to generate leads. Do I even know what a lead is? How do I get customers? How do I get clients? Things like that. Okay, this is where I probably need someone else to come in and help me with this thing. Because like I could do all the other things in the business, but this part right here is stopping me from being great. Be honest about it. Just like when we go to a 9-to-5, right? You might have leadership. We will poke holes in that leadership all day long. They don't communicate right. They suck at their job. They did. But you got to take it to a different level. This is how you understand employees versus a supervisor. Some employees will just identify the issue, but the ones who are real leaders will probably try to give you a solution. Like, yeah, I know this is an issue, but instead of me sitting around complaining about it, I'm gonna be proactive. And this is an option that we have. And it's the same way when it comes to you. Like Tamara said, talking bad to yourself, which we do not advise because it's a slippery slope. So then you down yourself because you feel so bad about all the things going on. But in that process, you're not thinking as a leader and saying, okay, I don't know this process, or I messed this thing up, or this didn't work out. What's the solution? Like, you can tell yourself bad things all day, but how are you going to fix it? If you can't fix it, who should I call in order to get it done? Like, we have to think in a proactive way. And so this is thinking again, like, get out of your own way. Have you wasted an extreme amount of time trying to figure out a process or thing that is impacting your bottom line. Like, for example, sales funnels. I see this a lot. With the oversaturation of coaches and programs and all the things that people want you to purchase, right? When you think about your bottom line, I have wasted time people think I don't have a sales funnel, so I can't make money. But they have an email system, they have social media, and they got some friends and family. Let's say if your business is cleaning homes, right? Like, you have a cleaning service that now you contract, you want to grow your team, you want to get more houses to clean. Well, I don't have to worry about sales funnel from, oh, I got to have paid ads. Now I need an email list. Now I need to like pay more money, give you freebies and stuff. Like, we overcomplicating the process, y'all. It's as simple as, hey, family and friends, I'm gonna give you a 10% discount if you refer my services to someone. Everybody that comes to me, I'm gonna give you 10% discount.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You are in your bottom line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta stop getting in our way of thinking we need all the shiny, fancy, new things that everybody else talk about. We need to just focus on, I want to clean houses, or I want to run my cleaning business. I want this to be the thing. I want to make a living for me, mine, or whoever else I'm taking care of. And how do I do that without breaking the bank, giving myself migraines on a consistent basis? And how do I do that and give myself the freedom? And that's one of the small changes that you can do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My coach said it so simple, but it was like, wow, I feel like you just read me for filth. And she's so like heart-centered, so it's very warm. But she was like, if you took my business away from me tomorrow, I could start over. And you want to know how? I may have an offer. I make a list of people that I know that could use my offer, and I get on the phone and I call them.
Mm-hmm.
Or I get in their DMs and I message them. And I follow up.
Yep. The follow-up.
Yeah, we don't have to have, like you said, they're nice. It's helpful. Listen, a great funnel is super helpful. A perfect customer journey system through Airtable with all the bells and whistles is perfectly amazing and necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really want to drill it into how am I going to keep bringing in the results, it's that basic. Make a list of customers and offer your service.
Yep. Because you don't have to automate everything from day one. If we don't have people in the pipeline, we're trying to automate something and put things in place when there is no one or nothing there to cater to that thing. So now we have spent X amount of hours implementing something that isn't even necessary in the process right now. Right. Be clear on what it is that you're doing, who you're doing it for, and your why. That's the main focus for right now. Mm-hmm. And then all the other things will come. And that is the perfect way to get out of your way. So I know you're probably like, okay, this sounds good, but how does this help me? As always, Lauren, and Tamara are available for consultations in which we can help guide you on your path of entrepreneurship, building out your business, making sure you're in the right place, doing all the right things. We are based on integrity. We want to help because we truly believe and we know that there is space for everyone to be successful in their own lane. We don't gatekeep. We don't try to be secretive or anything like that. It is a genuine passion that we have to help other business owners, because we see the people getting taken advantage of. We see the misinformation that goes out, and it's just, we just want to give you a good head start. And even if you already started,
we've been taken advantage of. Like, we know this life. We've
firsthand. It's not a good feeling. I'm telling you. So if we could save someone else from a bad experience when it comes to doing business, that is our goal. We want everyone to be successful. Yeah. So, Tamara, what are our actions for next week?
Ooh, reevaluate, redefine, or create wherever you're at your purpose statement.
That's a good goal. And if
Yeah.
you need feedback on that purpose statement, DM us. We would love to review them.
Yes, drop it in the comments. Yes, we'll see the comments from the video. You can drop it in the comments, DM us, let us know. But that is really the key to all of the things that you've ever wanted, is being very clear on your purpose and looking at your purpose every day, every morning. That's why I say a purpose statement. Like not just my purpose is to, take care of my family. That's a part of my purpose, but my purpose statement is it's like your vision statement for your business, right? But this is your own personal purpose statement, of like, what are you doing? Who are you? Why are you doing this? What is the value that you're going to add to the people and the world around you? Purpose statement. That's your homework, my friends.
Love it. So we're so excited to see your comments and your DMs and see more about what you have been working on and any challenges that we can help unblock for you in your business. Thank you so much, friends, for joining us today. We shall talk to you soon.
See you next time.